Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P4 thinking right out here in the lab. I do what I do for you. I got a book coming out. I'm doing my thing now, getting it ready. But this is the title of it. This is probably a little gist of it. I'm gonna give you a little breakdown just to tease you a little bit. I guess they call it a teaser. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. A tease you. All right, my book title would be, in my opinion, Men Make Men, and they'll make more men. I got three generations of men that I created. So let's talk about it. I got an idea. I got a concept. So let me see how this works for you. But I'm going to put it all in the book for you too. But let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I'm going to give you a little bit of it. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. For those who tune in, I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we going with this? Let's get it again. So I asked the question, do you know you? You rolling up through. Yeah, that's what I did. Okay. If you're right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. So that's what I do for you. Excuse me. That's what I do for you. And it's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. Sorry about the delay. Brain freeze there. All right. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritual sleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you, right? Thinkers, know thyself and to Maya be true. Again, you need to write a book. Tell your story. Tell your story. Nobody give a damn about my story. Y'all proved that to me, so I'm not beat for that. But I am going to put it out there for you. So for those who do care, the book title is going to be Men Make Men. All right. My book will be about how men, again, make men in their image, be it good or bad. I look like him. I used to act like him. I used to emulate him. I used to want to be like him. Damn, Mike, I want to be like my dad. Okay? And that wasn't all good. My dad wasn't a good dude. But to his credit, my old man gave me what he had, and I took it. And I worked it to the best of my ability until I decided what I wanted to do other than be like him. That decision was made in 1984. Okay, September 11th. All right, remember it well. That's not decided. I'm not walking that path, my man. You can have that. So I stepped off. But I only gave my son, knowing that my old man gave me what he gave me, and I remember I love it. But I'm not gonna give my bad. I'm not gonna ship that out to my son. So I made the adjustment in my parenting skills. So I only gave my son the best, aka the good parts of me. And that's why when I see him now, all I see is the good me. I don't see that other guy. I used to be the other guy, so I don't see that in my son. Okay, but the other guy, my man loved the other guy. That was his guy. He loved that guy. That guy he just relished it when he was seeing me at my best, doing my hustle thing, doing my thing. He just loved that. Okay, I got that same feeling. I watched my son play basketball. Okay, so I didn't have to worry about him. No, go do your thing. I'll be right here just watching, and I'm enjoying it. I've always been proud of my son, what being him. I get it. I understand it. He just saw it. He saw it his way. He's being a bad guy, being a hustler. That's what he wanted from me. And okay, I gave him that until I decided that ain't for me. So I changed. But my son, he got none of that. No, he ain't with the hustle. I never forget, he was a kid. I took him over to one of my spots back in the day. We got there, he said, man, when we going home, Dad? I don't like it here. It was that incense burning. It was, it wasn't his thing. My daughter, yeah, Dad, this is cool. But yeah, that was never his thing. All right, so I felt good about that. But my old man was 100% man's man. That you can't take away. And he made me that. I had to earn reputation with these, where I come from. You had to earn reputation with your hands. If you're gonna be a man, you got to be able to defend yourself. Okay, so back in the day, nah, he couldn't fight my battles for me. I had to take that out of my own. Okay, but he did clear the way on the streets. I was Bill's son, and that was on the street rap. But other rap, I made my own. Okay, as a sports player, ball player. So in the streets, I did my thing. I made my son in my image of the good me, not all of me. No, he didn't need all of me. No, no, no. Just the stuff that he needed that was going to help him. I gave him all the good stuff. That's why when I see him, I don't see the thug. I don't see that gangster. I don't see none of that. I don't see none of that. My son is a bad guy. He's a good guy. And if you know anything about me when he was coming up, I thought the world of my son. I brag about my son and never stop. Still do. I just toned it down a little bit, but I thought the world of that guy. All right. And I made him in my image, and I spent my life showing my son what a good man looked like daily. If he didn't be a good father, oh, we got a problem. Dude, you know better than that. Like my mother, certain things I couldn't do. Why? I can't tell my mother I did that. Because Franklin said, boy, you know better. I didn't. So, yeah. All the bad stuff he was with, he didn't give a damn. I get suspended from school, he didn't care. Let's go to movies. Let's go get some girls. All right, he was my dude though. But again, he made my son made my job as a father easy. Why? Because he did everything I asked him to do. Most kids are rebellious. Most kids get pushed back. Well, I followed my dad. I didn't give him a pushback, and what he was doing was wrong. I followed him down the wrong way the whole time, knowing it was wrong. I rushed it. So yeah, but if you knew me back then, yeah, you would know that my son was my pride and joy. Man, whatever my son was doing, that's where I'm at. Whatever he's going, that's where I'm at. Okay? But I didn't have no personal life. My son was my personal life. Make sure he got where he needed to be. Make sure he got the things he needed in life. That was my job as a parent. Son's like killing me. Oh, that's not good. All right, let me try to get this out the way, get over. All right, be back in a minute. But right now, from that time on, since my son coming to the world, he's been my thing. But my old man was my biggest fan coming up. I know that in life. He ain't missed a beat. Okay, whatever I was doing, he was there. But he played the background. He was that dude. He's always, not now. I made him famous for being my father, but he made himself famous by just doing him. And everybody called him Mr. Right. Everybody called my dad Mr. Right, who didn't really know. They just know my name. Just said, "Dad, how you doing, Mr. Right?" He never said a word that he wasn't Mr. Right. That was big for me. I'm like, I didn't think about that. My man, Bill Savior. No, he didn't do that. He never did that, not in that time. So he let the people, believe what they want. But he's my biggest fan. Like I said, when I'm doing something, if I look in the stands about my dad, I'm comfortable now. I'm about to show out. He showed up, I'm showing out. When I used to get into fights, I'm gonna back you down and get you in my alleyway. Now I'm about to show out. Why? My mom watching. My sister, mom fighting again. You better kick his ass. In my neighborhood, it's fight, to survive. So anytime it can kick off. 1 minute y'all best friends, next minute y'all duking it out. Okay? So that's how it was in the hood. But I gave my son the benefit of the doubt. Every opportunity to just be himself and show him what it looked like. That's the main thing. I made my old man proud. Why? By being street hustler like him. Okay, ego tripping, womanizing, making money, talking trash, and like him. And he loved it. He just sit back and smile. He just loving it. Okay, so, but I never forget when I got my sentence, he fell out. I'm like, dude, what the hell your problem? I'm the one going away. All right, but Mo Man made me the man I was, and I made me the man I am today. I made some changes because that's no. I had fun, had my run, had fun. But man, I put that like I had to stop that nonsense. Well, I don't like being locked up. When I had curfew, my mom every time I break curfew, lockdown. I said, Ma, you preparing me for prison on the low. You ain't slick. So she said, no, if I want to get you disciplined, not to follow the rules. And every time you broke them, I had to show you, when you break the rule, you got to pay for that. I learned that lesson from my mom. Okay, because she had rules. She had morals. She had scruples. Anything didn't go with her, she won't play that nonsense. I love her for that. All right. But my man, again, he gave me, okay, I tell you, you can't teach or give something you don't know or have in you. My old man gave me what he had. I know that now. I didn't have, I'm like, no. He was who he was, and I ain't done. But he gave me what he had, and I took it from there. All right? My old man gave me what he had. It be good or bad. I made the decision not to give my son the bad part of me. That was my decision. Why? I was like that guy. That's not me. I ain't a bad guy. No, I ain't know. I tell my mother, I never forget at my Hall of Fame induction, they said, Mark Wright dropped out of out of college to come home with help the illegal family business. Yeah, I left home. We the biggest number runners in town. Big Cadillac. We big baller, right? I come home. All hell done broke loose. So yeah, I had to pick up the business, and that's what I did. Moving on. That's just history, as they say. I did what my man wanted to do. What? Hustle, make that fast money. All right. But I didn't want my son to be like that. That ignorant me. That following somebody else's lead me. That wasn't me. Okay. But I got on board and got with it until I had to pay the consequences. My man, I ain't doing this no more. We done with that nonsense. And again, I know I made my son what? A good man. Why? He's making 3 good men under his tutelage right now. I got 3 grandsons and he's doing a hell of a job. So I said, dude, you made it easy. I ain't having one of you. So that was fine. I couldn't keep up 3 of y'all. So again, hats off to my man. And I poke my chest out every time I see my grandsons acting, looking like what? Me, Pop. They carry themselves in respectful manner. They carry themselves prideful, but not arrogant. But they know who they are. They carry themselves. They got their own swag. I love that. Okay, yeah. I don't want my son to be okay. Wait, no. Okay, right here. Yeah. No disrespect, and women understand this. Y'all can raise men. Y'all can't make men. It's a difference. Everything I got on the good side is from my mom. She played her role. She didn't have to be my father. She didn't have to do the no, that ain't none of that. That's my father's job. And that's why I try to explain to parents. It ain't just a single woman. Why the woman gotta wear 2 hats? I was the single parent. I didn't act like his mother. Y'all took him to his mother. We don't go to your mother. Yeah, she can be. I ain't got a problem with that, but I ain't your mother. Okay, you want nice, you want cuddly, go to your mom. I'm gonna give you love, straight, hardcore, straight in your face. Simple as that. What? I don't know no other way. Simple as that. So yeah, but I showed him. By doing it and held him accountable, and he's doing just fine. All right. My mom, I love my mother for what she taught me in life, and the lessons are still there. I'm still surviving on lessons that she gave me as a kid, so I know she did right by me. And being my mom, not my dad. Me and dad, no story. We ain't gonna talk about again. This ain't about him, but he made me the man that I am. He was the man. And I asked my mom what the fascination with that guy. She said, "Baby, he's a good provider. Love you, mom, but to each his own. Again, I got nothing to do with that. Me and my mother never talk relationship. Why? Man, you with this guy, you ain't too good. Your love you, ma, for your discipline, but your choice of men. He's a good dude. I got it. I get it. But I got it. I'm proud to say I did my job. What? Excuse me. Look at how my kids turned out with life lessons that I learned and passed on to my son. I get lessons from my mom to my son, the same thing. Good enough for me is good enough for you. That's all I got. That's all I can keep you. I ain't need, but I gave my mojo the best I got, dog. I give it to you. All right. And I'm proud I say I think I did a good job. And I tell anybody, my son is my personal masterpiece. The best thing I ever created, like God, with his children. He's proud. When I turn out right and do the right thing, I'm proud. Well, I got mine. I'm proud of him. Okay. As a parent, I want my parents just be proud of me. My mom proud. I know he's looking down. He got to be giving that smile. Yeah, he might not like the way I'm doing it, but yeah, that's my son. Yeah, he still own me. All right, I'm Bill's son. it's gonna it's gonna hurt me. No, if I go to heaven, I ain't got the exercise. But if I'm going to other places, yo man, Bill's son is in the house. I know I'm gonna get open arms. That ain't right. Stop. But excuse me. Being Bill's son had his advantages on the other side of the fence. The crooked side, the bad side, the street side. Okay, it served me well. When I went to prison, I had benefits that usually people get when they be there for a while. I came in the door, why? That's Bill's son. I had to tell him. Had everything I needed, had food, had access to everything I came in the door living. Okay, so on that side, he was the man. When he would come to see me, you know, everybody just freak out. That's your man. That's your man. Yeah. Oh yeah. So reputation preceded him. He was a good dude on that side of the fence. My life now is on this side of the fence. Nobody no more, man. On this side, so I'm good to go. I got a free ride now. At this time, it's on my own volition. That's what I mean. I ain't got to worry about riding. No. If I'm riding his side, I'm on the wrong side. All right, let me have this something. I'm just having some fun right now. All right, my mom is what I call my soft side. Okay, not many, but loving, caring, and being that nice person. She gave me that. So when I said I was a bad guy, she said, "Baby, you ain't the bad." I said, "No, I was a good guy. I just did bad things. I was always good at heart because you taught me that way, so I never forget that. But I did a few bad things that I wouldn't be proud of." So when I went to prison, 3 people rode that train with me. That guy right there, my mom, and my son. When he would come see me, they would let him run across the gym and jump in my arms. I'm sure he didn't know where that was going. He was like maybe 2 years old at that time, so he really didn't know what was going. He saw Daddy. It's off to the races, and they would just let him run. So he come. So we had that relationship a long time. I remember when they first came. We wouldn't go to sleep till I came home. I was a party animal back there. I would come home. It's daybreak. He'd have been up all night crying. I'd come in there, put him on my chest. We both go to sleep. So yeah, I've been around a long time with that guy. All right, but it takes a good man to make and raise a good man. Bad men don't raise good men. It don't work that way. It's just phenomenal fact of life. But and sometimes a good man can be raised by somebody else other than his biological father who may not have been good for him. So get the help any way you can take it. That's my point. I don't know what it's like not have a father, so I can't play that game with you. I was a good father. I had one. I passed on to my son. I'm seeing my son pass on to his. So that's all we know. I love that answer. When you know nothing else, stick with what you know. If it's working for you, that's what you do. Wrapping it up. Again, it takes a good man to raise a good man for life. I can't imagine my life without that guy in it. Scared to death out of me. Why? What I learned from him, where am I going to get it from? Simple as that. It's simple as that. What I gave my son, who else gonna give it to him? I'm his father. I'm supposed to. Okay, that's your job. Paying child support don't make you a father. Okay, that means you're a supporter. That's it. You're a sperm donor and a supporter, and you paying for the sperm that you donated in cash for as long as they be on the world, 18, 20 years, whatever it is. Yeah, but to raise them, okay, ain't a price tag on that. And I still respect my son's mother for not taking me to court and putting me on that nonsense. Okay, don't work. Women, stop that. Let men be men. If they don't, be responsible then. But don't just put that noose around their neck just because you could. That's not cool. I can tell you that from experience. And I was a single parent at a TV show called The Courtship of Eddie Father. It was just a father and son living together, experiencing life on their terms. What I thought that was cool. I don't give a damn because they was white, but they did life events. They kept in touch with each other. They talked to each other. I've always let my son talk. I call him Fathead for a reason. When he expressed himself, he had big dreams. He thought big. Boy, you got a fat head, boy. Your thoughts is fat. So that was my little personal name. And the name is symbolic. It wasn't to know. It was symbolic for me to him. I don't give a damn what somebody else call him. To me, I'm going to be Fathead. That's my son. All right, moving on. All right. My mom called me Marky Hyman. Don't nobody call me that. Nobody, no, that's symbolic. That's between him, me, and my mom. Okay? My daughter, Smurfette. I'm Papa Smurf. When you got that relationship, that symbolism behind it, that makes it work, that's the fun part. That's all. I love it, man. We know that. Yeah, just put some kind of symbolism to it and make it work. All right. We had a perfect working father and son relationship, as far as I'm concerned. I led him. He listened. I told him. He did it. I didn't have no problem. No chip. No, I didn't do none of that. I had to deal with that phone call in the middle of the night. Come pick them up from somewhere, and he done did this. And I did some. Everybody who I heard talk about my son, I pretty much said, yeah, that's him. Like, so yeah, they know him. Moving on. But again, the part of him that I respect is the part that I know I gave him the good part. That's the part that I see in him. All right. That's the part that he showed. That's him. All right. And I taught him how to lead. So when I wasn't around, he was good on his own. And everybody used to say, he's so well mannered. Yeah, he know how to act. You don't need me to teach you. I told him that also, so you know how to be when I ain't around. You know how to conduct himself. You go find somewhere and take care of business. Right now, I keep a book with me, what? I occupy my downtime. That's it. So, wrapping it up again. Again, men make men. So, my son thinks the world of his grandfather from his own experiences in his life. When my son came to work, man, my son was the crown prince in his eyes. He could do no wrong. Okay, they thought he loved me. You ain't seen no love like he loved his grandson. He just loved that guy. He just. And my son wrote his eulogy to his grandfather. The hardest thing I ever had to do was read how my son thought about his grandfather, which is my father. Hell, he had his own opinion. That wasn't mine, that was his. And man, I never forget my mom in the front row saying, take your time, baby, take your time. So, yeah, again, he was a man at that time expressing himself. Fathead always had a way to let himself be known, express himself. He's still doing it today. He do a podcast. We're going to get together. He does a food for thought process, a kind of podcast. I do right thinking. Right thinking leads to what? Food for thought. That's what my son gave. That's why I gave it to him. He got it too. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I got to go, but I'll be back. And remember, I got something coming for you. Be prepared. I'm closing right now. I got to go. Right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I know my right thinkers who want hopefully tune in every day to know that my book coming out. And men make men. That's what I say. And I don't want none of y'all to pass away before me. I don't know how we'd deal without that, without you guys. I'm out. Y'all can live without me. I can't live without y'all.